wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Yulianti Purwaningsi, a representative of Group 3 which contain Bagus Danu Prasetyo, Tias Putri Ramadhani, Fikri Galiandra, Leni Mariska, Mercy Zafira, Febriana Sari Lumban Tobing, and Syahjihan Ahmad Pahlevi. We will present an analysis of a drama entitled Macbeth by William Shakespeare. The first material will be presented by me. Definition of the world of the play. A. Theme. The theme of play topic is blind ambition. Macbeth's ambition to be king of Scotland is fueled by the power of evil prophecy and his diabolical wife's plot to assassinate King Duncan. The demise is due to such ambition. It's a terrible and horrifying aspiration. The drama contains a number of underlying themes, including the supernatural, the seduction of evil, and so on. Macbeth's tragedy is a tale of power and devastation. The two major characters, Macbeth and his wife, Lady Macbeth, are motivated by greed to carry out horrible deeds. Lady Macbeth, who is more ambitious than her husband, schemes to have her husband assassinate Scotland's king so that he can claim the kingdom. B. Setting. In the William Shakespeare Macbeth, the setting of time happens in 11th century. Meanwhile, the setting of place happens in Scotland and in England. Next material will be presented by Mercy Zafira.
Thank you, Yuli. Hello everyone, my name is Mercy Zafira and I will explain about character of drama Macbeth. The first character is Macbeth, King Duncan, Lady Macbeth, Malcolm and Donald Payne, Banquo, Thane of Lochaber, Macduff, Thane of Fife, Siward, Earl of Nethermorland, Three Witches, the Weird Sister, and Rose McBean-Cousin. Alright, as you can see the plot behind me, the plot of drama Macbeth is Shakespearean tragedy in supernatural element. The witches are the one who was saw the seed of treason in Macbeth. However, we get impression that the idea replacing the King Duncan was always in his mind. They even convey false information about his impending death later on. The Bearman who would move to Dancing Hill, and Macduff, who was born of no woman, killed Macbeth, who had been saved thanks to the witches' unclear purposes. However, the witches are not solely to blame, as Macbeth is the one who causes to murder the king. Human solicitation as a victim Macbeth, Lady Macbeth is the one who actively encouraged Macbeth to carry out the ghastly evil. With a barrage of argument and barrage of caustic and sticky words, she changes his masculinity. Later, she attempts him to by impaling the king guards could be blamed for the murder, and the 3/4 crime will go undetected. Macbeth should be clamped down after Duncan's murder. He does. However, become a train, Banquo is killed and Macbeth's family is wiped off. Macbeth, on the other hand, began a train of desperation that he fails to define Scotland kings. Allowing Macduff to take the throne, Macduff save his head is a tragedy. So that's all about the plot of drama Macbeth. Next slide will be explained by Febriana.
My name is Febriana Lumban Tobing. I will explain about sources, style, and outstanding feature of the play. E. Sources. Shakespeare used Chronicles of England, Scotland, and Ireland, a very popular 16th century book authored by Raphael Hutchinson in 1577 and amended in 1587 as his primary source for Macbeth. The account of an 11th century Scottish ruler named Macbeth was featured in this collection of historical events and popular legends. Shakespeare, like many other writers, utilized Hutchinson's stories as inspiration, but then used his imagination to create his own theatrical retelling. F. Style. During Shakespeare's times, theater was the most popular form of entertainment. The theater was packed with people from all walks of life, from beggars to royalty. Shakespeare's plays were played in a variety of venues, including the Club, the Indoor Blackfriars Theatre, an art court for noble audience. The Globe, like most other theatre at the time, was a spherical open-air structure with seats all around the stage. The most expensive seats were beneath a roof on the second or third levels of the galleries. For the equivalent of a penny, those with less money stood at the foot of the stage. They were known as groundlings because they stood at ground level. A theater the size of the Globe could hold up to 3,000 people. The audience were loud and unruly, and it was not uncommon for audience members to shout and interact with the performers, comment loudly on the action of their fellow spectators, or throw things at the actors on the stage. G. Outstanding feature of the play. Because of his tragic weaknesses, Macbeth ends up as a dictator rather than a good monarch. With the villain wrote his bliss for himself, his demise is unavoidable. As a result of his heinous crimes, he now has to worry for his own life. The fact that he falls for the witch's false testament was the catalyst for the entire chain of events. In the end, he suffers from anagnorisis after becoming aware of his susceptibility. Macbeth dies solidifying his reputation as a tragic hero. The audience learns about the perils of having too much ambition, and good is restored. There's a reason Macbeth is regarded as one of Shakespeare's most powerful dramas. It's not just about a person's path from good fortune to doom, but it's also about the realities that everyone faces, which is what makes it unique in English literature. The next slide will be explained by Fikri.
Thank you, Febriana, for your explanation. I am Fikri Galendra. My name is 20201250078. Now I'm going to explain the dramatic structure. Dramatic structure. A. Exposition. What is exposition? Exposition introduces the characters, settings, events, and key ideas. When this happens? Act 1. Main characters are introduced. The witches make their predictions. Thought of murder starts to form. B. Rising action. What is rising action? Rising action is the entire first part of the play, which forces creating conflicts are delineated, enlarged, and prepare for some disaster. When Act 2, Macbeth keeps changing his mind. Lady Macbeth takes control. King Duncan murder, or key moment. 3. Climax. What is climax? Climax is the first major pause in the play, occurs when the hero makes decisions or makes some all-important discovery about either himself or someone else in the play. The act which interrupts everything else that is happening. When did this happen? Act 3, Macbeth becomes king. Banquo is murdered and Fleance escapes. Macduff joins Malcolm in England. D. Falling action. What is falling action? Falling action is the main conflict between the protagonist or the central character, Macbeth, and the antagonist or his opposite, Macduff, is established. When did this happen? Act 4, Macbeth returns to the witches. Macduff family is slaughtered. Malcolm and Macduff plan their invasion. The last one, E, catastrophe. What is catastrophe? Catastrophe is the protagonist is defeated by the antagonist and events return to a state of normality. When this happens, it happens at Act 5, the invasion is carried out and Malcolm becomes king. The witch's predictions come true in unexpected ways. Both Macbeth and Lady Macbeth die. Thank you, that's it from me, and the next explanation will be explained by Bagus Dani. Thank you.
Thank you, Fikri, for your explanation and for the opportunity. Next point will be explained by me. Number 3, describing characters and characterization. First character is Macbeth, a courageous and powerful soldier, a member of King Duncan's inner circle, and a devout relative. However, he falls prey to two weak things: the prophecies of the witch and the urgings of his wife. He becomes obsessed with the idea of becoming king and taking control of the asset of the state after he starts thinking about the predictions. However, his weakness lies in the fact that he is a weak-minded person who could be easily swayed by predictions of the witch and urgings of his wife. Second character is King Duncan. King Duncan is a generous king of Scotland. He is also a Macbeth's relative, as evidenced by his similarity to Lady Macbeth's father. He is not only a kind and a trusting person, but he is also willing a person of his opponent. Also willing to punish his opponents. He is proclaimed Macbeth and Banquo Prize and named Malcolm as his there. When Macbeth pays him a visit and seeks to take the throne for himself, Macbeth stabs him while he is sleeping. Third character is Lady Macbeth. She possesses both a criminal's ruthlessness and a child's heart. She is the one who has persuaded Macbeth to assassinate King Duncan. Whenever Macbeth has some misgivings, she chills him. She exhorts him to rediscover his manhood. However, by the end, she becomes mentally so weak that she suffers from sleepwalk and depression. She commits suicide by the end, showing she could not bear the enormity of the crime. Fourth character is Malcolm and Donalbain. Malcolm and Donalbain are sons of King Duncan. When King Duncan visits Macbeth, he is assassinated. Macduff, a noble from Scotland, discovers his body and sounds the alarm when Malcolm and Donalbain first appear. When they try to talk to each other, they sense dangers and immediately decide to flee. Donalbain, the wise one, advises Malcolm to escape. Malcolm tells Donalbain to flee to England, while himself would be heading to Ireland. Both of them appear by the end when Macbeth is facing a huge army led by Malcolm. Fifth character, Banquo, Dean of Lochaber. Banquo is another in the Scottish army. He is a close friend of Macbeth and an ally of King Duncan. He is with Macbeth when they first meet 3 weeks, but they predict that Banquo descendants will be the king and not Banquo himself. Macbeth later gets him killed through his assassin while his son flees success in escaping. Banquo's ghost causes Macbeth to raise an alarm during a festivity. His character is significant in that he realized Macbeth the enormity of his crime. Sixth character, Macduff, Dean of Fife. Although a minor character, role of Macduff is critical in Macbeth. He proves his antagonist. He dubs Macbeth's role in the assassination of the king very early. He becomes a threat to Macbeth so much so that the three wits warn Macbeth. In the last scene, Macbeth confronts him when he invades his castle. He kills Macbeth and presents his head to Malcolm, the son of King Duncan and next heir to the throne. The next characters will be explained by Sajian Ahmad Aryesta Putra.
My name is Shajihan. I will continue the presentation from Danu. 7. Seward, Earl of Northumberland. He appears in the final scene with Malcolm, leading the army to attack the castle to kill Macbeth. He is also a blood relative of the King Duncan and uncle of Malcolm. He is a brave fellow who receives the news of his son's death in the final battle with Reticence. Like three witches. The Weird Sister. Three witches, or as they are called, Weird Sisters, are three supernatural characters in Macbeth. They play an important role in the killings and fall and violence. They open the play with their incantation of hurly burly, and their prediction of Macbeth killed by a man not born of woman ends the play. They are important in that the part of the play where killing takes place depend on them. 9. Ross Macbeth Cousin. Ross is a nobleman of Scotland. Although his character is not significant for the main event of the play, he is important in exposing Macbeth's treachery and betrayal. He appears in the first scenes to announce the victory of Macbeth and then conveys the king's pleasure to Macbeth. But when it comes to know the murder of the king, he turns against Macbeth and joins Malcolm and English forces. 10. Lady Macduff, Macduff's wife. She appears for a very short time with her son but immediately murdered. This innocent murder of Lady Macduff causes pity in the audience and a heart of Macbeth. She is the unfortunate mother who tries to cry out to save her son but is murdered in this effort. Thank you. The presentation will be continued by Tias.
4. Discussing the language rhetoric, figurative language in Macbeth. In Macbeth, William Shakespeare uses figurative language to appeal to the audiences and convey meaning in an imaginative way. Figurative language includes comparisons such as similes and metaphors, sound devices such as alliteration and assonance, and personification. Similes and metaphors. Shakespeare uses several similes or implied comparisons using like or as in Macbeth in Act 4 example. The surgeon arrives to report progress on the battlefield to King Duncan. The surgeon describes what happens when Macbeth fights MacDonald, who is leading an insurrection against Duncan. Doubtful it stood, as two span swimmers that cling together and choke their art. This Miles uses the word as in the comparison. Macbeth is filled with metaphors. Another type of figurative language, metaphors are states, comparisons that, unlike smiles, do not use the word like or as in act. Macbeth tells his fellow warrior, "Kind gentlemen, your parents are registered where every day I returned the leaf to read them." In this example, Macbeth refers to memory as a book that can be read and reread, just as memorized can be replayed in the mind. Macbeth's famous soliloquy and Act V shows the depth of his despair after the death of his wife and his likely defeat in battle. This soliloquy is a metaphor that compares life to an actor saying his lines on stage. Allusions are another type of figurative language in which meaning beyond the literal is conveyed. Allusions are references to other works that may be familiar to readers. In Act I, the surgeon uses a biblical allusion. He informs Duncan that the opposing army he has just witnessed is as ruthless and violent in the soldiers who crafted Christ. Thank you. And the next explanation will be explained by Leni Mariska.
Thank you very much, dears. Hello everyone, my name is Leni Mariska and I will continue the presentation about interpretation of the play. Macbeth, a victorious general, receives a prophecy from three witches that he will eventually become king. His friend, Banquo, also receives a prophecy that he will father a line of kings. He is initially skeptical, but he soon begins to entertain aspirations of becoming king. Lady Macbeth is even more ambitious than Macbeth, and through manipulation, mockery, and persuasion, she eventually convinces him that he should kill King Duncan when he comes to stay at their castle that night. Macbeth is so frightened and guilt-ridden by the idea of killing the king that he experiences hallucinations and doubts, but he's pushed on by his wife. He stabs King Duncan in his sleep and frames his two guards, who are so drunk that they are passed out and have no memory of the night's events. Lady Macbeth plants bloody daggers on them because Duncan's son Malcolm and Donalbain flee the country in fear for their own lives. Macbeth, as king of the king, is crowned. Lady Macbeth begins manifesting her guilt through nightly sleepwalking and hallucinations of blood on her hands, which never wash off. She eventually kills herself. Macduff joins forces with Duncan's sons Malcolm and cutting down the trees from Birnamwood and using them as camouflage. Their first descent on Macbeth, fulfilling the witch's prophecy. In his final battle with Macduff, Macbeth discovers that Macduff was cut from his mother's womb, not burned, and he realizes that witches were right again. Macduff killed Macbeth and cut off his head. Banquo's descendants become king through James I in 1603. The next will be explained by Yulianti. Thank you.
The conclusion we can get from Macbeth by William Shakespeare is William Shakespeare is one of the most well-known English authors in the world. As a result, there are numerous writings about him, including criticism, his writings or articles, and his biography. Furthermore, numerous true facts regarding him have been proven thus far. William Shakespeare was born in the English town of Stratford-upon-Avon in the province of Warwickshire on April 23, 1564. Macbeth is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare around 1606, in which Macbeth, the primary character, is the tragic hero. The drama tells the narrative of General Macbeth, a nobleman who is seduced to evil after hearing a prophecy that he will become king. Finally, he faces the consequences of his diabolical ambition. That's it from Group 3. We apologize if there are mistakes. We hope you can take good things from our presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.